Hey yo, what's up guys?
Yeah, what up guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Jjan podcast. Today we got returning guests, Larry and Tony. Bring them in. Say what's up, y'all.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Yeah, so today I tried a different intro. I don't know if you guys have seen my other two episodes. The last episode we talked about some K-dramas with this crew, Larry and Tony. My first episode that I did top 10 songs of 2020. If you haven't seen that, you can go check those videos out. I think I have a playlist made already, but I'm not sure. But today, before we actually start, we gotta do the, what's it called? The thing we gotta do for this podcast, why I called it Jjan. So today we got drinks ready. What are you guys drinking today?
Yo, okay, so I got this blueberry pomegranate sparkling water.
Ooh, that looks
super good. Definitely would recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got the same as last time.
Wait, is that from the same one?
Yeah, we got it. I don't drink often, so.
Okay. I mean, I don't drink often. I just bought this like a couple days ago.
I was like, I gotta finish this. So
I am drinking Sleeman Honey Lager today.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice.
Quentin had that last time.
All right. I'm
Opening.
Pour it.
I need to do my signature thing. Is like I gotta clean the top. Just make sure it's clean.
Oh.
And then we gotta
clean.
some more. Already gotta open.
I'm gonna pour it in. Oh.
Nice.
Ready? Jjan.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Today's topic, as you can probably see by the title, we're going to revisiting a topic that we're talking about in the last podcast with this crew, Tony and Larry. We're talking about Itaewon class because I finally watched it and I finished it. And I got a lot to say, you know what I'm saying? Because it definitely relates to what's going on now in the K-pop world because we're going to sidetrack another topic here along with the Itaewon class because I feel like is suitable to talk about because a lot of this happened in this K-drama and a lot of this is happening in this K-pop world too, which is about bullying and stuff. So we're going to get into that in a little bit, but we're going to first go back to Itaewon class and give our, I guess, reviews and stuff. I know Larry and Tony talked a little bit about it during our top K-dramas episode, which is last time's episode. But today I'm going to give my feedback and just talk some more, you know what I'm saying? Cause I got a lot to say, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So do you guys want to start off or you want me to?
No, I'd love to hear your thoughts first because we haven't seen it in a while. So
yeah.
So I actually finished this, a couple weeks ago now. So everything is a little bit blurry in my head, but what I do recall that I really feel like I needed to talk to is like this bullying situation, you know what I mean? Because this whole drama, I feel like is circulated around this bullying thing that happened between Serui and Jjan. I don't know how to say the names, but I feel like this whole story is about this because after their interaction with each other, everything kind of the story continued on with their families and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. So, and definitely when you guys told me that the first 2 episodes was going to be really like heavy, you got to take a break after you watch the first 2 episodes. I was like kind of waiting for that moment. And when it actually happened in the first episode, actually the second episode didn't affect me too much, but the first one was pretty heavy, I would say, because, you know, if you guys haven't seen this K-drama, there's a spoiler right now because my headphones are falling off. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, so yeah, I was saying that oh, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Were you guys following along what I was saying?
Your headphones falling off. Distracted.
Yeah, I know. Headphones falling off.
Yeah.
You were going into like the
I was talking about like the 2 episodes. The first episode really hit me because like the whole bullying situation, that's like the beginning of everything, like the whole drama. And seeing the dad die was pretty heavy for me because I feel like he didn't really do anything and he had to suffer the most. You know what I mean? So, and then, of course, after that, Setui had this huge revenge story where he wanted to beat this company. What's it? Janga company. And Daehee, which is the CEO of Janga company. And Daehee was also like the CEO of Janga and also the dad of Jang Kang-woon. So, of course, he's kind of like got to protect his kid a little bit and his company a little bit. And in this drama, this company is super popular in the beginning. So everyone, even like the cops, the teachers, everything is just like kind of on their side. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though something bad's happened, like bullying, the teacher is still gonna be like, oh, this guy that stopped the bullying is in trouble because you're not supposed to hit this guy, but he did it for a reason, which is because bullying. But the teacher doesn't really care because he's scared that the CEO is going to get mad at him and fire him and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then Serui's dad was working with Daehee as like I don't even know, security or assistant or something like that. And when Serui got in trouble after punching that dude in the face, he was sent to the principal's office, as you do, and he got in trouble. But then Daehee was like, yo, Serui, you gotta apologize to my son because you hit him. But then he was like, yo, I hit him because he's bullying this kid that cannot really defend himself, so I'm trying to stick up for this guy and fuck him up, realistically. Because, like, bullying is not it's dumb. It's like, why you don't do that to people? But of course, in this world, we have that, which is kind of weird because when I think about bullying and like these K-dramas, I always feel like how realistic this kind of stuff is, which after watching a couple episodes of this, these bullying scandals started popping up in the K-pop world. And I was like, yo, what the frick is going on? Because like when I was watching my other drama, which was It's Okay Not to Be Okay, like some stuff happened in the real world too. I was like, what the how come like every time I'm watching a certain K-drama, what's happening in the K-drama actually happens in real life?
You better not watch Crash Landing on You then.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to now. But that is like the whole thing I have right now. And if you guys want to jump in a little bit with your statements before I continue.
Yeah, sure. So like for me, it's been probably like over a year since I watched this K-drama. So I forget like a lot of the smaller details. But now that you bring up like some of this stuff, it's all kind of sparking memories and stuff like that. But for me, like this whole K-drama, if I had to describe it like briefly, I would say it's super inspirational. Just because, you have like these people who kind of are getting together and they're kind of like the underdogs. Yeah. And they're, going hard to beat that Janga group and start their own pub and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just remember like that inspiration kind of carried through for me throughout the whole K-drama. And even now, like I still, when I want inspiration, I just think back to this K-drama.
Yeah, and you gotta remember, like, if you guys are watching this and you guys are like business majors and stuff like that, this is a pretty good drama to watch. Not in case of like bullying and stuff, but like it'll give you some insight about being a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Because the second big part of this K drama is being a businessman, really. So because Serui has his own pub and he wants to beat Janga, right? And then Janga is this huge corporation. What the fuck? What is this shit? Oh, am I good?
Oh, shit, they're making us... Okay, keep going.
Wait, are they making us leave?
They might make us upgrade.
What the fuck? Why did this didn't happen last time?
No, I think it happened last time, right? You just extended it and just no worries.
I didn't even touch anything, and then it continued. Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, just keep going.
But yeah, so like this K drama is about being a businessman. Is the second biggest thing that is related to this whole story. And yeah, like I said, if you're into business or you're going to school for business, this is a good K drama to watch. You know what I'm saying? To get some insight, get some info on how to be a businessman and stuff like that. And definitely insight is a really good, or inspirational is a really good term to describe this K drama too. Cause like Serui, I feel like he didn't really know what he was going into before this whole bullying thing happened. And then after Janga and they killed his dad pretty much. He was like, yo, I'm going to do revenge and I'm going to prove to you that I can be better than you, which actually at the end of the K drama, it just happened. So yeah, and continue, Larry, if you have more to say. I just had to jump in a little bit.
No, I didn't really have anything else to say. Just maybe later on, I'll talk about like my favorite moments and stuff. But for now, you guys can jump in on your like initial thoughts of the K drama, I guess.
All right, Tony, you got some thoughts before we continue?
Sure.
More?
So I watched it like Larry about a year ago, right when it came out. I remember the hype behind it, and even then, it was well worth the hype. I rewatched it actually a month ago during like Easter weekend. I managed to binge watch it in 5 days again. So that's how good it was. I watched it twice in 5 days.
Wait, so you're watching it again right now?
No, I already watched it again.
Oh.
So I've seen it twice. And even like the second time, it was still super intense and it was still worth the hype the second time. So when I put it in as number 2 of my top K-dramas, I think it's still well warranted because like you said, it connected with some good messages and it also tackled, like bullying and revenge and whatnot. And, every character had a purpose, like I said previously. So I'm glad that was the case.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I definitely feel that this drama and It's Okay Not to Be Okay, I would say is still number 2 or number 1 for me in terms of K dramas. But Itaewon Class, yeah, I can give it a 2 right now because I think it definitely has a big topic and it definitely, I guess, explained the topic really well. And it gave me some insight on the real world, you know what I'm saying? And business, because I'm not a business major. I didn't really know much about business. And now that I watched this drama, I know a little bit more about business and how it is to become successful and build a company, like a successful company. So, and then in It's Okay Not to Be Okay, it's like kind of about like it's actually kind of like when you're being bullied, like the feedback you get from it. So like how you feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Shit, I don't know the word, but it's just kind of like how people end up committing suicide after being bullied for so long. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like It's Okay Not to Be Okay is like kind of like diving into that kind of realm. If that makes sense. I don't know what I don't know the word, but when I say this word, it's going to make more sense, but I don't know the word that I'm trying to say. But anyways, we can move on from that. But yeah, let's think we can talk about some like favorite moments now, if you guys want to.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Sure, yeah.
I would say my favorite moment was pretty much near the end, when the freaking what's his name? Shit, I need to get his name. So like the mafia guy, right? The boss, the mafia boss guy.
Yeah.
Him and Choi Sung Kwan, the
Yep.
do you guys know this guy?
Yeah.
He's the guy that was with Serowi. He was like
One of the worker
in jail
guys.
with
Yeah.
He was in jail with Serowi.
Oh yeah,
for a little bit.
yeah.
Guy with the scar
The young
on
girl.
his face.
Yeah, scar on his face.
You're right.
This fight scene was actually pretty intense because he actually does like a jumps up on a car and does a flip and shit. I don't know if it's actually him, but it was really cool when I saw it. So it really hyped me up. And I felt like the fight scenes were actually kind of pretty intense too. So between like the mafia boss and this guy with the scar, and then Serowi and Jangun Won. So I would say that's one of my favorite parts.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I have some more, but I gotta think about it.
Yep.
So you guys wanna say something?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll tell you my favorite part. Maybe it's one of your guys' favorite parts too.
Oh,
but
right.
it was oh my god, when they went to like a club or something.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't remember
Yeah.
like
For the first time?
Like, yeah, I think it was like the first time they went to the club, and then the one guy
Museo.
girl was there.
Oh, the plot twist.
Like
A guy or girl?
it was
The transgender was.
Jin Yi.
Oh.
He was like
Yeah.
dancing,
Yeah.
and then Sung Kwan didn't know it was her.
Yeah.
Up
That
to
was
her.
pretty funny.
Oh, that was I love that part so much. So yeah, that's my favorite.
That might have been the craziest twist of the whole show.
Yeah, that was like another topic I had, like, because when I first saw this Jjan girl, I already thought she was a girl, but apparently in this drama in the beginning, people think that no, apparently she is a guy in the beginning of this K drama, and then later on she becomes a woman, so like transgender. And there's like another topic there about like transgender and stuff like that. But I already thought that she was a girl, but the people in the drama at the time didn't even know that she was a girl already. So I don't know if you guys like viewers and Larry and Tony, you guys thought that like when you first saw her, were you like, oh, this is a girl? Because I thought that's what I thought.
I didn't really notice, to be honest.
Because you also had blue hair too, like, and I thought.
But I don't think color matters, but
Yeah, I thought she was a girl, but apparently she was supposed to be a boy.
no.
I guess I didn't pick that up.
No.
Yeah, and then like when this Sukwon guy was like, yo, you want to go to the Jimjabang with me, like the sauna? And I was like, what the he's
yeah,
like, you guys can't go each other because like just a girl and just a guy. But then at the time I didn't even know that this girl was playing a guy in the beginning. So that's kind of starstruck me a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Same.
So I thought my favorite scene was the Halloween scene because it was so crazy. Because like after all, like in the beginning, like you said, it was super intense, right? And so to go from like, oh man, like lots of action and fighting, it goes to something super lighthearted, something like the Halloween scene. It's just chill vibes for a while, you know. And it's just, you don't have to remember what's been going on. You just forget about it. And that's what Park Seo-roe was doing. It was just clearing his head, like just for one night, because he was about to like go shark fishing or something like the next day or so. So I thought that whole sequence was really cool. But to add on to that, another scene in Itaewon that was really good was the whole bathroom scene when Iseo was like out with dinner with these random guys, and then this one guy starts following her, right? And then she hits him or something, and then he chases after her, and then she happens to go in the washroom at Park Seo-roe's, like taking a piss in. It was so
Yeah.
funniest thing I've seen.
That was good.
That was really good. And then and then running through Itaewon again. That was really cool. So I like that scene too. So
That was a pretty funny scene. I almost didn't remember it until you talked about it more in depth.
yeah.
But yeah, that definitely, I remember that part. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, but how realistic is that?
Well, no, not really. I have another point here saying that because you know how Suwa was outside the washroom, right?
Yeah.
How didn't Iseo see Sua outside the bathroom?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah.
mean, you know, at
Oh
this
my.
point, Iseo was already like falling for this Serugi guy, so he's just like, I don't really care about this. I don't care about you. I care about this guy. But at this time, like Serugi is still like in love with Sua, right?
The whole show he was. The whole show he was. Just don't let
Yeah,
them
so like
fool
I
you.
remember you guys talking about this whole last episode about Itaewon class. You're like, all right, we back. I'm sorry, but if you guys didn't watch a little bit, I don't know. Anyways, if you guys didn't watch, we got disconnected because apparently you got to pay to record a certain amount of times, but the last 2 episodes we didn't have this issue, so I don't know what the frick is going on. Zoom, what are you doing? But we're back, and yeah, let's chat one more time because we're back. So
Yeah.
Oh man, I got pour
Tony's
cold
not ready.
with the boys. I got pour a cold one with the boys. Hold on.
I saw you drink it, so I had to do it again.
Man. Oh, that's good.
Yes. Okay.
In the comments, let us know what you're drinking. If you're drinking some water, probably. But anyways, okay. So I actually wrote down what we were on about next. You guys remember
Yeah.
what we were talking about?
I want to talk about Team Sua or Team Iso.
Yeah. So
there's
this
only
was
one
like
team. Yeah.
this was the thing that you guys were talking about in last episode. The last episode, you guys were like, "Yo, there's this one couple that I like and the couple that I don't like. I want to know what you guys' couples are before I say mine." And yo, I just realized that now my face cam is where Tony's face cam was, so we're kind of switched now. But I'm sorry, that's just the way it happened. All right,
Yeah.
do you guys want to? You guys go off. Who's your couple you don't like, and who's the ones you like?
Okay. Yeah. I'm 100% Team Sua. Like I really like how they connected so well at the start, and then I was like, they got to be a couple in the end. They just have to. But somehow this Yiso girl just comes out of nowhere,
Hate to
and
see
somehow they fall in love. I mean,
it.
it was
Not really. Not really. I don't
yeah,
buy
I was like, how did this happen? Like they didn't seem to connect that well.
They
You know
still
that one
don't,
scene?
no.
That one scene where they were like on a motorcycle or something and they somehow fell off a motorcycle and ended up on top of each other or something like that. You guys remember that?
Yeah, no.
I was like,
he was in the bird
come on.
costume. Yeah.
Come on, yeah. But yeah, overall, I'm 100% Team Sua.
I thought like, and excluding these two, I thought your side couple that you guys really liked was the cop and the CEO dude.
No, I
Or
think the
the
second
CEO.
couple we're talking about is in Crash Landing on You.
Oh really?
No.
Oh yeah, and then I'm probably fucked up. But I did like that couple because they were pretty cute together. But I gotta oppose with you guys, man. I thought that Iso and Serui was like, although in the
Happy
K
night,
drama,
guys.
although the Yeso was like apparently a lot younger than Serui, but excluding the age, I feel like that was like more of a better couple or something because I felt like when Sua and Serui first met, like even when during this high school bullying stage, Sua was like not even really doing anything. Like she saw people get bullied, but she didn't really do anything. And then Serui stood up for the dude. And then before that, Sua was like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you protecting this guy?" And it's like, bro, he's getting bullied, bro. You gotta protect him. And then, bro, when they first like originally met Sua and Serui, I think Sua ran into this homeless dude, and then she didn't even help her up or anything. She just walked away. And then Serui's, "Yo, why didn't you help him up? You hit him." And then yeah, and then all the way through up until a couple episodes before the end, I just felt like Sua, I don't know. And then Sua ends up being the enemy's freaking CEO or assistant or something, which I really didn't like. And I just although in real life, I do like this Sua girl, which is like in Hello Venus. So I used to like Hello Venus. So I do like that she's in the K-drama, and like, oh, she's upgraded into being an actress now. And I think she's a pretty well-known actress now, more than Hello Venus. But I just think that I felt like Sua was kind of like the enemy, really, because, she was with the enemy, what I'm saying, with Janga. And although I feel like, because Serui's dad was with Janga in the beginning, but then he passed away. And then I felt like Sua's plan was to like, because Sua and Serui's dad was really close at the time. And Sua was like, yo, I'm going to get a third amount of money, a lot of money, just for the revenge for Serui's dad. And I feel like that's like the whole thing of her joining this Janga in the first place. But like, there's some actions that I see of Sua in the beginning up until a couple like episodes before the end, where I was like, yo, I don't really like this persona, you know what I'm saying? So, and then Isu, I do have some things, because like she was kind of a bitch in some of the scenes, but I felt like that was like kind of a better couple, because they actually, like, Isu actually like chased after this guy, and she helped, like she went into his store and helped him build this business that is actually bigger than Janga now.
What they are, they're business partners. They're not lovers.
No. Like, no. So before that, like, what's it called? She wanted to help him because she really liked him. So that's why she joined in the first place, not because she wanted to be a businesswoman or whatever. Because she was like the manager or something already, like when she first signed up. But I just had this feeling, but I do feel for the guy that Isu liked, or the guy that liked Isu. Yeah, Gunsu. Was it Gunsu? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I did feel for him. He also ended up going to Janga to pursue this goal of being with, yes, Isu, but Isu was already like head over heels for this Serui guy. So I do feel bad for him, but apparently he's actually in another K-drama that I want to see, which is called Extracurricular, which is on Netflix, which I didn't even know about until I looked at the cast of this Extracurricular. But he's actually the main character in that K-drama. But yeah, that was my thing, because I think you guys would have liked the Sua and Serui before we started this conversation, because I don't know, but I had the opposite thoughts. Sure.
No, I hear you. Like we said last time, I think Sua was playing the long con game in terms of joining Jangako and like paying back Suroi's father threefold, right? So she wanted to get in there, get as much data as she could, and then just became a whistleblower, So I respect her for that. At the same time, I thought Iseo was pretty manipulative in terms of like what she was doing against Sue. She was like making all these things, like threats in a way. And she did the same thing in Park Suroi, like they didn't really have a healthy relationship. She's just like, if you do X, I'm going to leave. If, you do this, then like, I'm going to do this. And she wasn't really nice to the workers either. So like she wanted to get the,
she ends up being nice to the workers.
Hyun Yi fired, midway through. And then,
oh yeah,
right. If you remember that. And then
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
And then she also she was kissing Suroi when he was like knocked out, which is like, that's not consensual, I was like, man.
But I thought that was the dream.
No, that wasn't a dream. That was real life.
Because didn't he wake up later after that scene? He woke up and it was morning. So I thought that was Serui's dream.
Well, he was at the bar though, like the night before. But It was funny how like later on, he was asked like, when was your first kiss? And he said, oh, I've never had one, even though like it happened. So let's say it wasn't consensual, first off. But no, I'm still a bit chapped how Iseo was Suroi's first kiss and not Sua. So hate to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Larry, if you have anything to add there.
No, not really. I was just like, is there a point in the K-drama where they really like fell in love somehow? Because
Iseo?
Yeah, at the hospital.
Yisao and Seiroi, really?
Iseo got kidnapped by
That
Jang
was so
Gun
forced,
Won
dude. That was a real
mafia
tipping point
guy.
on the show. Yeah.
Oh,
Which
right.
I hate that mafia guy because I thought he was gonna help Seirui, but he ended up being like the enemy of Seirui, which is pissed me off.
Yeah.
And then that's what made me happy about like that. The guy with the scar, he fought that mafia boss and he beat him up like pretty bad, and he like freaking did that flip on the car. That's why it was one of my favorite moments or scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like.
I'm glad that you liked the latter half episodes, because the main note I took away was the first 12 episodes were sensational, so if they stopped it after episode 12, this probably would have been like number one K-drama of all time. But like the last 4 episodes were really rushed and they seemed forced, and I feel like if they had like an extra hour to hash out things, it would have been better. But the whole time skip, like I think we discussed last podcast, really killed the K-drama. How in 3 years time there's still nothing that happened between Suroi and Iseo. So let's say no, he had no feelings for her the whole time, right? It didn't take till like she was hospitalized for him to be like, oh, I might actually like this girl somehow, Like,
well, no, because like at the time he didn't realize what Iseo was doing for him.
Business partner.
Everything that Iseo was doing, even before she joined this company, was like, yo, I want to be with this guy. I want to do whatever it takes for this guy to be happy finally, because there's this one time they went on a trip together or whatever, business trip, and then like Iseo saw like Serui's scars and was like, yo, she was crying because like, yo, I feel the pain of this person and I want to make him happy, like make him finally like reach his goal, you know what I'm saying, which is being this Janga company. And they end up doing that, and then of course, like when something really bad does happen to Iseo, Serui is like, yo, but that at that time, Serui is like, oh, okay, I already feel this sort of way. Like I finally realized what Yesu's done for me. So now I want to, I like this person now. I don't like Sua anymore, because at the time, Sua didn't really do much. You know what I'm saying? So, and she was with the opponent, like the enemy. So,
one thing I forgot to add real quick was, Yuseo was also low-key kind of racist, because she assumed that Tony guy, like when he came in, just assumed
that's why I said that there are some scenes where like made Yuseo like look like a bitch, because that's like some stuff like you can't, like some stuff that made me hate her, but in the same run.
Yeah.
But then there's also times where I felt like there's more times where I felt like Sua was like, I didn't like the Sua character.
That's fair.
Like every time like a bad situation happened, when I saw like she didn't really do anything, she just like brushed it off, you know what I'm saying? Just let someone else take care of it. Or just ignore it. Like with that bullying thing, Sua could have been like, yo, Jang Gun-won, like chill out, just leave him alone. Where Jang Gun-won actually likes Sua. And I feel like if Sua was to talk to Jang Gun-won, she would be like, yo, stop doing this to this kid, and then be like, oh, okay, because I like you, so I'ma chill out. But it ended up being Serui, which was like sticking up for this kid, which actually this kid ends up being this huge business guy. And like he gets all this, what is it called? Cryptocurrency or some shit like that. And he gets a bunch of money, and he helps Serui become this big company with his, Danbam. I just remember the name of the pub.
Yeah.
Danbam.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, in the comments, let us know what side you're on, because we definitely have this argument going. So I want to know what you guys are thinking in the comments. If you guys are watching this far, hopefully you guys are. Let us know what your thoughts are, because we have some different thoughts. But I do agree with you guys that there are parts where yes, Iso was like, I didn't like her, but there was more parts of Soa that I didn't like compared to Iso. So yeah. And then before the younger brother, fucking Gunsu, is it Gunsu?
Yeah,
That's the name, right? Yeah, Gunsu.
Yeah.
When he first joined Danbam, Serui's pub, I was like, yo, I like this character because he's not with his family because his family kind of just like deserted him, really. So I like the fact that he was gonna help revenge Serui to be his own person, you know what I'm saying? But then he ends up going to Janga to pursue this Iso dream, but it doesn't even happen. So I feel for the guy, but at the same time, I didn't like the actions that he did in Janga because, of course, Janga has this whole mentality of like, yo, everyone that you have the right to do something, even though it's like kind of wrong. You know, like how when the Shunyi, I think it was the transgender, was in this cooking show, she was like, people didn't know that she was a transgender at the time, and then Gunsu did this report being like, yo, there's a transgender in this show. And then everyone had this whole shock thing. So that's sometimes I didn't like this character, but when he first joined Danban, I was like, yo, this would be my favorite character if he didn't leave. But he didn't. Or he did, so I didn't. He's not my favorite character.
So we should talk about our favorite characters then. If he's not your favorite, who is your favorite?
That's a good segue. I'm not too sure, so you guys go ahead.
Oh, another scene that I found really funny was at the end when Tony actually started speaking English. Like he actually has like a good English sound, like there's no like accent or anything. It's like in the beginning when they first meet Tony, like there's these these customers that come in and they're speaking English and they want to know what, like, when they close. And then Tony's like, I don't know what they're saying. I don't speak English. But then at the very end, his English is like super improved, I guess, because apparently he learns English as the K-drama progressed, which made him speak English really well. I just found that part really funny.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was playing like this like, I guess, game or something where like he actually does know English. He just wanted to be with these Korean people and like just learn their culture, because I'm pretty sure he went to Korea to find his dad, I think it was, right? So yeah, but he didn't want to be treated as a foreigner. That's why he wanted to just speak Korean. So I feel like that's why he didn't use his English very well, but I felt like he had it all along. He just used it at the very end, you know what I'm saying? But I think in the drama, it was pursued that he was learning. He didn't know any English when he first came into the Danbam, and then he learned it as time progressed. Yeah. But I don't really have like a favorite member or favorite character in this K-drama though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's hard.
Do you guys have one?
For me, like now that I think about it, I feel like I don't really either. Because I thought
I'd say
did,
that guy with the scar, because he did the flip.
Yeah, I really like that guy. But I don't know. I might just go
at first when they first met, I felt like he was kind of an ass, but as Serui kind of like brought him in as like apprentice, kind of like. Then he started to grow to like Serui and follow his actions and stuff. So he stopped this fighting thing and stopped being this criminal guy. And then he ended up being like a decent human being. And then that whole interaction with him and Chunji was pretty funny too. So
the best part.
Yeah, I guess my cop-out answer is Serui, because he's goated, right? I loved his when he passes his head when he's thinking.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Like I felt like he does that when he's like when a girl's talking to him, he's like kind of shy or something. He does that to like calm himself down.
I love that he still looked like a chestnut after all those years. He had the same haircut. I love that the one guy from the bar called him a pum toot, a chestnut, if you remember, pum toot. I thought one of the notes was just talking about that time skip where it was like 3 or 4 years in the future and they had the same haircut, right? But everyone else had a different haircut.
Yeah.
So we could see that everyone else grew as a character, but we could see that Sarowi, since had the same haircut, symbolized that he still had the same beliefs and values, and he stayed the same character in the end. So he never sacrificed anything about himself. You heard it from me, not from the internet. That's stuff he made.
He almost sacrificed his life, though. He almost died in this drama. Got like hit by a car or something like that. And
that's one of the issues that I have with the show. Like, why did he just get hit by a car like towards the end? Right? That was so random. Like out of
because
the blue.
this Jang Gun-soon finally went into jail, and then he met this mafia guy because apparently this mafia boss is always in jail apparently. And I feel
like they could have went about the storyline for like Gunwon like so much better instead of like just like, I'm gonna go kill everyone, right? Like he had a chance to like learn from his mistakes and like come back.
So with this Gunwon guy, I felt like after going into prison, the first time I felt like he would have changed into like this new guy, like not a bully anymore. But he ended up having the same beliefs. So I want to fuck this little guy up.
That was really weird.
And when you talk about the time skip, I felt it really weird and like kind of obscure because it kind of happened like out of nowhere. It's like I was waiting for this next scene to happen, but then it's like 4 years later. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's the other 4 years? Where'd they go? Like,
and like how he just had a business overnight. He had a headquarters already. Like I want to see like how grew that big. Right? He had a pub one day, and the next day he's a headquarters. Like it's crazy.
That's one part. No.
Break.
Okay, break. Hopefully this Zoom doesn't have this thing that's telling me that we have to close soon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't see anything. So maybe they give us unlimited.
Did you start the call last time too?
Last time I started it, but this time Tony started it?
Yeah.
Why does he get unlimited time?
I don't know. Maybe you pay for it.
Yeah. It's expensive, I think. It's like $20 a month or something.
Didn't even know you had to pay to freaking use Zoom.
Yeah, it's
unless you need like the special features I don't even know about.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just trying to milk your money. All the schools and stuff use Zoom, so they probably pay.
They probably because Zoom wants to make money, so that's why they're charging people.
Yeah. I'm not paying.
I don't want to pay, but apparently it looks like I have to if I go over 2 hours.
Yeah. The recording thing seems to work good though, right? With Zoom? Like for your podcast and stuff?
Like I was trying to do like separate audio recording and stuff like that, but then when you guys sent me your audio last time, it was sounding like kind of like really pretty not good. But when I just added everything in, like all the videos and audios as one file, it actually sounded like how we sound right now. So
okay, good.
That's good. Yep.
Good. You're back.
Yep. Sorry, I was holding it in. I was like, I gotta go. I was like,
yeah.
Sorry.
What were we talking about?
No.
What were we talking about?
What were we talking?
Shit. Like the whole time skip.
Oh
yeah.
If you hate time skips, don't watch Startup.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna watch. Hey, we're back because Tony had to go pee, so we're back now. But I don't think I'm gonna watch Startup. The next K-drama I would watch is probably be extracurricular because that Gun-soo guy's in it, so I want to see how he acts in the K-drama. We actually didn't even talk about the whole bullying thing. It's been like an hour.
That's the bonus. Yeah.
Okay, bonus. But yeah, that's probably the next drama I'll be checking out, not the other one that Larry and Tony crash landing on you. But I'll probably watch that sometime in the future, but not right now.
Nice.
Sure. I guess one of the things we could go through, so I can give my thoughts on the second time I watched it through. There are a lot. I felt watching it a second time, there are a lot of curious decisions that they made. So the first one I want to tell you guys is if you remember, Sua was taking the bus to Itaewon after work, even though she drives a Mercedes convertible, which I thought was really weird.
Oh,
I don't remember that part, but yeah.
So like, you know how she was working like her office job during the day, and then she would work. She was the manager at the restaurant in Itaewon. Yeah. And like, there are times when Suroi walked her to the bus stop because like she has to catch the last bus to go home. I'm just like,
why don't you just drive?
Yeah,
six
nice
figures
car.
or something. Like, call a cab or something. Like,
She's rich.
Yeah, she like the second, or like when she finally got the job at Django, right? The first clip was her driving a Mercedes convertible. And then she was just, like,
ended up taking the bus.
As nothing else that, I'm all for environmental sustainability, but I kind of thought that was weird. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts.
Maybe
about
she
that.
was drinking.
Oh.
Or maybe she drank a little bit before.
True, but at the same time, she could take a cab,
Oh, yeah.
She was like working 2 jobs at the time too, which I thought was kind of weird. Just like, save yourself the time of like the commute and like just I don't know. I also thought after the time skip, like we were talking about, how Sewell was wearing glasses. I thought that was kind of lame by the producers, like how we're wearing glasses. Like, it's only been 3 years. She's not that old. Like she doesn't have to be wearing glasses already.
I don't remember her wearing glasses though.
It was like in the shareholder meeting or something. No, I don't know. She was wearing sunglasses glasses.
I think it made her look like there's like a change with this whole Janga, and because Janga, that Dehi guy, freaking looks super old now, and he has like a sickness now.
I remember.
And instead of he's the only guy that looks the same. Everyone has like different hair, longer hair, and then this instead of he's just like the same.
Chestnut hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tony, are you gonna get that haircut next time?
I might. Stay tuned next time. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I want.
You gotta be patting your head. You gotta pat your head too.
I've been doing that sometimes, like recently. Like when I'm picking out like exam, I'm like, what's the answer?
Yeah. His clothing is actually something that I want to get into, like this fashion.
He's dressed well. Yeah.
So I actually, because he was wearing these black boots in this K-drama, so I was like, yo, what are these boots? And they're actually Yeezy boots, which I didn't know.
What?
But
really?
they're like super expensive though, so I'm not even gonna think about it. But yeah. Tony got some more to say?
So do you guys know the cooking competition?
Yeah.
I thought it was really weird that Hyun Yi swept the competition. How was she the best chef in all of Korea for this show? I couldn't believe it.
It was either her or the Janga guy.
Yes, but how did she finish first after you see how boosted her cooking? Like, she couldn't have gotten that much better where she's the best chef in Korea all of a sudden. Like, if she won like one round,
she figured out what her touch was, like what makes her dish so good. Special touch.
The Django chef is like probably the top chef because like the main guy at Django probably hired the best chef in Korea, right? And so that's why I was just like, how did she finish first? Like, I don't know. Like, it kind of drove me crazy. I was like, if she won like the first quarterfinals, I'm like, that's pretty good. But like, I was confident she was going to like come second in the finale. And she came first again. And like, I remember the first time I watched it, I was super hyped. But watching the second time around, I didn't remember who won because I thought the Jenga guy won. And then he didn't. And I was like, wait, what? So I thought that was, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about that, but I thought that was kind of,
I think I thought that Hyunyi was going to lose in the final because of the whole transgender controversy, and like the voters would have like be taken aback, but she ended up winning. And after that, I didn't really think too much about it. But at the time, I was like, and when she was in the competition, I agree with you. Like her cooking wasn't that good before joining this competition. And then, I think she just started getting a lot better. And I think maybe she found her touch and like her good, best dishes and stuff. So she used that in her cooking show, which I felt like you said, I thought she was not going to get first place the whole time. But when she did, I didn't really think too much about it though. I just like, she made first place. That's dope, man. I didn't really think too much about it though.
Yep. No, at the same time, I thought if they're going to go for the happy ending kind of storyline, why didn't Soroi and Suwa just stand up together if they're like trying to follow the happy ending kind of path, right? Like that's what drove me crazy the second time I watched it. It's kind of 4 happy endings then.
Well, I think that's because Iso actually, like what Iso did for Serui this whole time. I felt like Serui finally realized, yo, like this is what like love is. You know what I'm saying? Like when someone does like everything they can to make you happy, like that's love. You know what I'm saying? So and at the time, I didn't think that Suwa did much of that because first she was like with Janga, the enemy, and she was still kind of like, even though like a bad situation was happening, she kind of just ignored it and didn't really like, stand out for the person or whoever was receiving this bad criticism or whatever. So I think that was like the reasoning why they ended up together.
What did you guys think when, if you remember the scene when all the investors were pulling out their investments from like the Don Bomb, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did you think when Suwa brought that plant over for Suroi?
That was like one of the parts where it was like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought that was the turning point of like the whole love story. I'm just like, oh, there's no comeback from this, you know?
Yeah, because like I feel like before then Suwa was like when they were talking, Suwa didn't really like Serui that much though. But when Yiso and Suwa are together, they're like kind of have this competition to see like, oh
man, that beef was
can get
glorious.
You know what I'm saying? So when that plant was brought, because like obviously this Janga, the CEO Dahi's like he's able to control pretty much anybody because he's like the biggest guy like in the world, it looks like in this drama. So anything he says you gotta do or you're fired. And I think Suwa was just following his orders and doing what she was told, which I think made, because like eventually Suwa straight away stopped liking Suwa and started liking Iso because Iso was on his side and trying to make things right with him and Serui. And then it ended up, and then Suwa bring this plant over. I don't even know what the plant was for, but it was like something regarding Changa or something like that.
Yeah, it was like stay in your lane or something like that.
Yeah. So I that was one scene where like Suwa could have like just stopped everything, just like, but I'm not gonna do this, like just leave. But she just kind of followed the order. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand like the thing about money and stuff. Like I need to earn this money, but like I felt like at the time you probably already have money, right? So I feel like even if you quit this job, I feel like you could get another one.
Yeah.
But I feel like her goal was to kind of like also kind of like roll Jenga and Janga and become and like help Serui's father with this goal of paying his father in threefold, like as Tony said. So that was Suwa's goal, I think, because that's why she joined Janga, I think. But her actions are kind of like what makes me not really like her. But I think she has a reasoning why she did these things. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but you know.
Yeah, it makes sense. And it's also pretty cool how like each character has like their own super goal that they're trying to accomplish. And now that I think about it, like Yiso, she did a pretty good job, like captivating.
Because Yiso's goal was to get Serui.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
So am I pursuing you guys now? Back to like the couples or no?
No. But to kind of go along the same lines, another point I had when rewatching the show was kind of sort of I was just saying, why would anyone invest 5 million won into a tiny pub? I thought that was insane. But that wasn't the craziest part because so many more people invested because they saw this one big investor firm invest into this pub, and then so many more people invest in it. Like, just go invest in a Bitcoin if you want to go gamble. Like, what are you doing, you know? I thought that was crazy. I don't know about you guys, but...
Well, is that not how it works in real life?
Well...
I don't know.
That's fair. But in terms of what I know, people don't usually invest big money in for like a little restaurant. You don't like buy a restaurant to think.
Well, maybe they're thinking the long term. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they see this potential in this little danban becoming this huge corporation, and that's why they're willing to put their money down and be like, yo, I trust this company or this pub will be, and we trust Serui's belief that he's gonna become the biggest corporation in Korea, and I think that's why they kind of like signed with them. But yeah, again, I'm not a business guy, so I wouldn't know. But
that goes back to the point of like they were really rushing the show. Like I felt if they made the episodes an hour and a half long instead of like 1 hour long, it would have been more well hashed out. Because I felt they just rushed the investment here.
Yeah, I feel like when they were filming this, I don't know when this kind of drama came out, but was it during COVID season?
I think they were done filming before COVID hit. Because it came out in like February last year, right, Larry?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I was thinking like maybe that whole time lapse thing from like they just getting this company or whatever to being like 4 years later. I thought that was like the time when COVID hit, and they had to like kind of like speed up the K drama. But I don't know. That's just my thought. That's why I did that.
Yeah, all good. If no one else has anything to say about that, the last point I had was I thought it was kind of too coincidental that Tony's grandmother was the landlord of like the business place. And not only that, I thought it was weirder that she was the landlord when Jang Dae-hee had his own pub way back in the day. I was like, that's too much, man. Like, at least try to make it believable. Like, come on now.
Yeah. I do. There's like another, now that you talk about the grandmother, there's another part where I really like where like when Dae-hee's finally starting to lose his Janga and he calls her to be like get support from her, but then she's like turns him down like super dope like goat like, and I felt like that was pretty funny. And I was like, yes, fuck you, Dae-hee.
Yeah,
because I hate that guy.
Yeah.
But for Dae-hee's point, like when he was starting this Janga, he was kind of like Serui. Didn't have much money, so he wanted to have enough money to pay for like, I think it was his sister or something like that, or brothers, like food and education and everything. So he tried everything he could to make this Janga, and eventually did. But then after making this Janga, he just kind of like went towards like the business route, the money route, didn't really care about his family because he sold out his son and didn't really care about his younger son too. So, I mean, his beliefs in the beginning were good, but then as he got this company, he just kind of didn't really care anymore about his family, I feel like.
Yeah, that's a lesson to you viewers. Family first. Money second.
Absolutely.
That's definitely a good point. Like family, you always got to keep family close. Like even when you have the money that you want or that you're dreamed of, you can't just be like, yo, now just forget about the family. Just get the money. You gotta think about your family, because like you gotta remember that the reason you're getting this money is like you can help your family in the long run and pay for whatever they need and help them with whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why people want to earn money, because like when you're a kid, your parents are helping you with using their own money to help you get whatever you want and go to school and stuff like that. I feel like you just want to pay them back, you know what I'm saying? So you want to earn that money, but you can't just get the money and be like, okay, all my beliefs and family are gone, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what happened with Dae-hee or something.
Do you guys remember the twist when, since we're talking about family, when he actually abandoned his son? I thought like that was a pretty crazy twist.
Yeah, exactly. Well, do you mean like when he brought him to prison, or when the Serui went on his knees and like he gave his address to the location.
No. Like when the whole trial thing with Gunwon was happening.
Yeah. So that eventually made him go to the prison, like Gunwon.
Like his own father sold him out. Like
exactly. That's what I mean. Like with this family, the whole family thing.
Exactly. I thought that was a crazy twist, though. I didn't see that coming because I thought like he would just like cover it up, like how he's been doing it the whole show.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah, that's what made me not like him. Because I mean, I didn't like him in the first place because I felt like he felt like he was all that. He was like, whatever I do, people will agree to, and they would say yes to. But you gotta agree with other people too. Like you can't just be like believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though you're like the biggest thing in the company, but in Korea, but still.
Like you said, how you thought bullying was the biggest takeaway from the show. I thought abuse of power was the biggest thing from the show. How like Gunwon was taking advantage of power, how Daehee was taking advantage of power, like the whole show. And then once that power was gone, they were rendered useless, right? So I thought it was a really good way of like, I'm not too sure actually about if this kind of thing happens in Korea, but I think if it was good for the show to like highlight that and how like, especially like I know in North America, the judicial system like is quite flawed. So that's why I thought that was the main takeaway message, how like don't abuse power, and
yeah, I feel like the reason why Jang Gun-won was bullying people was because like he felt like he has the higher class. Like even though he's bullying someone, no one's gonna care. Like he's got the money, he'll pay you to not say anything or something like that. So that's why I feel like he is the bully. Yeah, so I definitely agree with that higher power sort of thing. Yeah, so but I just feel like this whole story kind of started with this bullying situation. Like after that situation, everything started escalating to this big thing that's Itaewon class.
I hear you, but so that's part of it. So I agree, but it also started because Gunwon was taking advantage of his power, right? It wasn't more so bullying. It was more so like, I can do whatever I want and there won't be any repercussions for it, So, no.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And then, like, you can see that, who's the hedge fund manager guy? I forgot his name, but.
Which one?
The main guy that makes Rody rich, like, later on in the show, I forgot his name.
That guy.
You mean the grandma?
The kid guy? Like
the guy was getting bullied in the beginning.
Hojin. Yeah.
Hojin. Yeah, so we could see that once he started making it big, he was richer. Like he had more power than Gunwon at that point. And then so that's why there was a shift there that we saw as well. How it wasn't really like he had more power than Gunwon, but he didn't bully him, right? That's what I thought. But he had more power, and he chose like to be civil about it. That was my take. No, so.
Yeah, Hojin had his revenge and like being richer than Gunwon and like getting revenge on him. Yeah. And in the end, Hojin actually visits Gunwon again in the prison, and then Hojin gets his last word. So I like that part too.
Oh yeah, that was a good part. Yeah, I just remember now.
Yeah. Good. I don't know if you guys have any other topics, but I have a good one coming up.
I think I'm good. I think Tony, you can go ahead and say your.
Okay. Why did Daehee have to die of cancer so fast at the end? I thought like when he had to get on his knees at the very end for Sarowi to like save his business, I thought it was less satisfying to watch, and two, it was a major cop out, man. Like that's no fun seeing a guy dying, like get on his knees. It wasn't even as satisfying like the second time. So like dying was the easy way out, like for paying for his crimes was like he was just gonna die. I'm like, oh, that's horrible. I want to see this guy like suffer and stuff, But that's what I thought. But something I read online, which was pretty symbolic, was Daehee was the cancer, and him at the end symbolized dying was like the cancer dying. you know. So I was like,
Yeah.
Oh.
I definitely feel like he was like the cancer because, like I said, he was like the ruler of pretty much Korea. Like everything he says, people gotta agree to. You know what I'm saying? So once he's gone, like everyone like can go back to their normal selves. And then, but now Seirui is like the main dude, and we don't know what's gonna happen with him, but with his company. But I feel like he would be more civil.
Yeah.
He has to be better than freaking Daehee.
Yeah, they did a good job making us like hate that Daehee guy. And also
and
the
Jungkook-won.
Yeah, Gunwan, yeah.
Jungkook-won actually there's this show called Annoying Bros. It's like a comedy show.
Does
like
he host that?
No. He was a guest on there. And it was like a guest where it was an episode where the guests are like villains in a K-drama, like or an enemy in K-drama, protagonist or whatever. Antagonist in a K-drama.
Oh.
And he was in there. He's talking about his scenes in Itaewon class, and then you know that chicken scene, that chicken. Yeah, there was that scene in Knowing Bros, and he was talking about like how people like start when he was a bad guy, he was like getting these like comments, like but people like it when they think that their character is being hated by the fans because like they know they did a good job in acting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That goes into my thought about like some of the bully scandals that are happening now. So, but Tony, if you have more,
we can talk about the bullying thing right now. We'll circle back after, I guess. Or
yeah, I mean, I feel like the bullying thing can be like last. Or the last in our top, unless you have something.
Sure, I like. See what I had. Sorry, I had a lot of stuff to go over. Yeah, like you said, how Sua was very flawed in her pursuit for Suroi as well. Like I didn't understand the second time through I was watching, like why she was pushing him away all the time. Like anytime like he tried getting close, she's just like, no, you know? And then if she did have the feelings, I felt that she should just quit her job at Jenga, you know, and then we would have happy ever after, but that's not how it works. If you think about it, it was Sua that really took down Jenga Co. Like Suroi had nothing to do with it. Like if she didn't whistle blow, then Jenga would still be around today, probably, you know? So I give Suroi no credit in taking down Django.
I feel like, yeah, I do agree that in the end is when Sua actually started doing her part and doing the revenge part, you know what I'm saying? Like, and actually making the downfall of Janga, like she actually, but Daehee gave her the stuff that made Janga so bad.
No, she just recorded all of it while she was doing her job, essentially, right? She was just.
I thought like Daehee like gave the thing to her. Like, well,
why would he do that?
I don't know. Just maybe I forgot about that part. I think I just mixed up the parts.
Oh yes, no, it was her that gave him all the evidence. If you remember. Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around. But I feel like now that I think about it, it's kind of stupid that he would do that. Yeah. So your thoughts is probably better than mine.
All good. But we also see that Suroi did get what he wanted in the end. He got the justice by law, and how, you know, like Gunwan was punished for his crime. And I guess we saw that Daehee was also punished for his crimes at the end too, one way or another. So he got what he wanted, which is good. But I think one of the big things to take away from the show is it's hard to find like a drama that actually like has something to say that affects the way you think, you know? I don't know about you guys, but definitely like a lot of the things that happened in the show, like it was entertaining, but it also made you like think about like what goes on in society and like the stuff that goes on. So I thought that was really good.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I mean about like every time I watch a certain drama, when I'm watching it, something in real life actually happens that's relating to the story in this K-drama. Like what I was talking about with It's Okay Not to Be Okay. like when watching that, I definitely have like those thoughts too with this K-drama, like with this Itaewon class being like, oh, I have some takeaways, like strong takeaways that I can get, and in that happens actually in real life. And it's okay not to be okay. Actually, I see that as well, but I feel like a little bit more to me. So that's why I still would prefer It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Also because the cast I like more than Itaewon Class, and I feel like I like the story a little bit more and It's Okay Not to Be Okay. But I do agree that the Itaewon Class does have like a learning message.
Yeah.
A learning message, yeah.
Good. One thing I forgot to point out was I thought Gunsu took Iseo's words too seriously when she said like, "Hey, like go be the main guy, Janko, and I'll like date you or something." Right? He took it way too seriously. She even said like many times, "Oh, this is just a joke. You don't have to do it." And he still like he went and did it, and then he was still like just disappointed that she rejected him after. I'm like, I don't know how much more clear she could have made it. Like, yeah, she didn't have to say it, but like she said like many times, like, no, don't go do that. He still went to do it. So like,
I feel like he wanted to see what would happen if he actually managed to be the ruler of Django.
I don't know. We saw the sacrifice he made where like he had friends for once, right? Like working at the pub.
Yeah.
And he threw it all away essentially. Cause like when he outed like Hyun Yi to like the media, that was such a dirty move. And so like, I don't know, that was like the turning point for like Gunsu, I thought. And so like, I don't know, like she didn't like him. So it's like, just move on, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like the other way, you know, how like Iso was like trying to do everything she could for Serui.
Yeah.
I feel like Gunso was doing the same thing, but for Iso, you know what I mean? But at the time, he's like Gunso already knows that Iso doesn't like him and he likes Serui. But I feel like Gunso still wants to try to like kind of reverse what would happen, kind of like how Serui, we all thought that Serui and Suo would end up being together, but in the end it's Serui and Yiso. So I felt like Gunso was trying to make it that scenario. If that makes sense.
I feel so bad for him though.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like in the beginning when he was with Don Bum, I was like, this is probably my favorite character because he's trying to go against his family's beliefs and do his own thing and do what he wants. But then as the drama pursues, like he does like all this bad shit, joins Janga and becomes his ass. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Yeah, I guess if it's just me continuing on the thing. Yeah. So I know, Byron, you like the ending scene with like the whole kidnapping and like the fight, but
not the kidnapping. I meant the fighting. Just the fighting.
Like the fight. I thought the kidnapping and the fight was so unnecessary. Like I thought it was just Phil or something. Like I don't know. I felt like they were still writing the show when they like were producing it. So that's why I was like, why is she getting kidnapped in the middle of nowhere? And like the whole thing. But I did really like the scene where I just remembered when like Yuseo and like the Gunsu are like backed into a corner against like the whole bad guys. And she's like, all right, on the count of 3, we're going to fight. And 3, 2, what? And she just dips. She just yeets out there. It's the funniest thing. Oh my days. That's so funny.
And then at that point, Gunso's still like, I'm going to stay. If I do this, Yiso might still want to be with me or something like that. But obviously that's not the case.
Yeah, no, I thought that was really funny. But funny in a meaningless kind of scene, you know?
Yeah, like the fight scenes, the reason I feel like they were, I mean, in terms of like the mafia boss and the guy with the scar. I keep saying the guy with the scar because I don't remember his actual name in the drama. But between the two, because they were like actually like partners, like in the beginning. So like, the mafia boss and the scar guy, they met in the prisons in the city. That's how they all met. And I think the Scar guy ends up working for this mafia boss. And in the end, the fight scene kind of resembles like this Scar guy's like change in life and beliefs, you know what I'm saying? So he finally beats his his boss, and he's able to believe in himself and have his own beliefs, you know what I mean? Which actually sadly, I feel for the guy, because he implanted this mindset to the Scar guy, you know, like, you can, believe in yourself. You don't have to be this like badass guy that wants to fight this whole time. Even though you fail, that doesn't mean you're done for the rest of your life. You just gotta know how to get back up and how to like become a better person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I just kind of brought up like why the fight scenes were kind of, I guess, not important, but why they were needed in the K-drama. So, yeah. Tony, got some more?
We haven't talked about the OSTs yet.
OSTs?
Yeah.
OSTs.
I love the soundtrack and
absolutely.
So good.
How do we forget about the OSTs? It's like one of the best parts of the show.
I think I prefer the OSTs in It's Okay Not to Be Okay than this one.
No.
But I actually don't really remember the OSTs in this one.
Really? None?
No.
What about the Gaho one?
No, Gaho Start?
That one. I love that.
I would have to to listen to the song to know it. I don't know like the names.
Oh, you'll know it.
Yeah. If it's the one that constantly plays during the drama, then it's probably that one.
Probably.
Probably. I missed, Larry, do you know Sweet Night by V?
Oh yeah.
I missed that song the first time I watched it. I didn't know that song till like the second time I watched it. I was like, how did I miss this band? Like, if you go on Spotify, like the most downloaded songs, like that one, starts the number one. But the second one's Sweet Night by V. Because they played that song at the very end of the show, so I must have missed it.
Oh yeah.
But that one's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, also the Iseo theme. That's a really good one.
Oh yeah, which one is that?
Seo theme. I don't know that one.
It's called Defense by Studio Curiosity.
Oh, I can't recall it.
That song is a vibe.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so
gotta go back and check it out.
Is that the one they use like when because like at the beginning of the K-drama, Iso?
I think so.
Starter.
Yeah. That's a good one. No, that's a good theme. Like, if you ever need some like pump up music, that's a good one. You know, if you're about to enter the octagon, that'd be some good walk up music. That's what I'm saying.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, but I can't really say much about the OST just because I don't really remember them.
All good. So it wasn't that good.
I mean, if I listen to them again, maybe it would spark something. But as for right now, I don't really have much to say about it.
Nice. So the last thing I had for the show was there are a lot of pretty girl cameos, like we talked about in the beginning. The one from
we talked about it before we started this podcast.
Yeah. Well, the Laboon girl, like I was telling Larry, I was like, who's this girl? Yeah. And then also like when they were interviewing for like another part-time worker, that girl that showed up, I was like, who's this girl? You know? I don't know if you remember that. It was like
there's also
2 minutes.
A cameo of, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but he's a male actor. He was like the guy that was with the Gunsu in the pub. And he got like super drunk and wanted to fight Saturday.
Yeah.
That guy. He is in a couple of a lot of the dramas that I watched already. So that's why I remember him. But he was like,
there was also the cameo of that one guy when Suwa opened a restaurant at the end. The chef, if you remember him. Also cameo,
that guy.
Yeah, a lot of cameos.
I was like, because I was looking at the cast when I was watching this K drama, and as I was watching it, and I was like, when does this Bogum guy pop up? Because I hadn't seen him, and it was like at the very end. Are you kidding?
For like 30 seconds.
Yeah, one scene.
But
there's another one. There's a singer called Ansia that's in it for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
she was
I remember that.
like one of the bullies.
And
they were trying to bully Iso. But I even like, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, how are there so many like cameos? I didn't expect it.
Lots of fill, Oh, Larry, do you remember the one scene one day he visits Suroi's pub for the first time and he was like eating the noodles? That was like ASMR for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, those noodles look so good.
It happens at the end too when he was eating his that tofu stew or something.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was so awkward because it wasn't just 30 seconds.
Just watch
It was like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me hungry though, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try like authentic like tofu like stew or something.
That's gonna be super spicy though, because like
Really?
whatever they were having was like he put like extra freaking peppers in it. So I wouldn't be able to eat it because my spice tolerance is pretty bad.
Same. No.
Me too.
Yeah, but that's all I had. So we can move on now. Byron's main talking point.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know how far we're in this podcast, but we're near the end pretty much. But I just wanted to add this because I feel like it's kind of related to the K-drama a little bit. Is like this whole bullying thing because I know this bullying scandals have been going on for a while in K-pop, but I feel like it recently started to escalate a lot more these last couple of months. I don't know if you guys are aware of some of the people that were bullying people. Are you guys aware of any of these people?
Subin from G Idol, I heard. I think the last couple of days.
Jjan?
Oh yeah, Jjan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, Jjan was one of the main ones that popped up when I was watching this K-drama. Like I said, when I was watching this K-drama, like these bully scandals started to escalate a lot more. I don't know how this happens, but when I wasn't watching this K-drama, like before it started, there wasn't much buzz about this bullying scandal, which, like I said, I do know that this bullying scandal has been happening a lot for a long time, but I feel like it just escalated about a couple months ago, which is when I started this K-drama. So, but Jjan was one of the main ones, and then Hyunjin from Stray Kids was also a person. Apparently, he was a bully towards, I don't know if it was Stray Kids, but to like his high school schoolmates. And I think Jjan was also from G Idol, which G Idol is actually coming back pretty soon. But Jjan
won't be there.
Yeah, and there's this whole thing talking about that.
She's actually going to be in the like. I think I saw a put the other day. Like the music video was too expensive to refilm, so she'll still be in it, but she won't be there to promote.
Yeah.
No.
So, like I always hear people say like, don't believe one side of the story. You know what I mean? But I feel like when people give their personal experiences towards these people, I feel like, I don't know if they're lying, like I say, but I feel like I got to lean towards their side of the story, just because I feel like, why do you want to like lie this much, like to get publicity or get money or fame or something? So I feel like some of the scandals are believable, but some of them, I don't know, maybe they're not. And I've seen there's this on YouTube whenever I scroll, there's always like news about just like bullying scandals and stuff that's been going on in the K-pop world. So I always get these new news like about bullying and other like serious topics, you know what I mean? And there's like another one, because I think Larry's a fan of this guy, or was Jisoo. He's like the actor in Weightlifting Fairy and also in Strong Woman Dobongsu. Mm-hmm. And he had a scandal about being a bully in high school, and I think he admitted to it already. So he was actually getting ready for a drama to release, but they postponed it because of this whole bullying thing. And I think now he's going to the military or something.
Oh,
like for this, or not for this, but like instead of releasing the K-drama. And there's a couple other ones. Let me just pop it up. Oh, and then there's like a main one that's like been in the talks about is April. There's a group called April. a girl that has been left the group for a while, but there's like stories and news about her that she was bullied by April members. That's why she left the company. I don't remember the name of the girl, but apparently the bully was Somin of Card. You guys know
What?
Card, right? The
Are you
group.
serious?
Crazy.
Yeah. So there's
What?
rumors, and I think a lot of people are saying that it's her that was a part of this bullying thing towards this girl. And this is the part where I say, like, don't believe one side of the story. But I feel like when someone's actually giving their personal experiences regarding this thing, like, why would they lie and want to just gain publicity and money for saying this stuff out loud? And this person that was getting bullied by these April members or whoever, like, she actually was planning to like kill herself like a couple of times. So she says that in some of the stuff that in some of the news articles that I read, like, it's and like in quotes, like, I was getting these feelings that I wasn't like really getting. I wasn't feeling right in this world, so I just want to like leave. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like with the people that have already passed due to this like suicide thing, like with the Shiny Junghyun and FX Sully, those two, I feel like the whole bullying thing kind of is related to them too, and why they did what they did, which is why I feel like this bullying thing. Oh, and then this goes back to in the beginning when I was talking about how in these K-dramas or shows or whatever, I feel like these scenes are actually real life. Like, I don't think of them as like an actual drama, but now I actually see that they're actually like a real thing, and like people are actually bring stuff up like, oh, they actually did bully, and like this is actually how bullies are made. Like, you know how in Itaewon class, how Gunwon is like throwing milk at the Hojin guy and like doing a bunch of shit, like beating him up and stuff like that. That's like kind of the explanations of how the people that are bullying in this Korean celebrity world, that's how they bullied the people in high school or whenever they bullied people. So do you guys have any takes on it, or have you guys heard about any of these scandals and stuff like that? I just wanted to like kind of discuss a little bit, and because I think it's a relevant topic regarding this K-drama. So yeah.
Oh, I think it's good that you bring it up, just because for me, like personally, I've never really seen bullying ever. Like where I went to school, we didn't really have any intense bullying or anything like that. But the fact that it actually goes on is crazy, right? And I really think people should know so that we make sure it like doesn't happen. You know, like we know that this is wrong. If you're a bully, you gotta stop.
You're an ass, man.
Yeah.
But then again, like back in the day when people did bully, and then now they've like kind of changed into a new person where they're like, they've become better than that and they're not bullying anymore. Like people are still bringing up their past and like, yo, you used to be a bully, but now like you're a good guy in a sense. So I don't know what you guys feel about that too. Like about like back in the day when they were a bully in high school or school days, and now they've kind of know for their mistakes and they're kind of changed into a new person, like into a better person than they were before. And I just want to, if you guys have any thoughts about that too.
No, I agree with everything you've said so far. Brings a good light to like issues like this, and that's, you know, like the reason why like this K-drama came out last year, and now that you're seeing like an uptick in people coming forward with these kinds of situations, because media has brought more attention to this. So I think it's great to see, and hopefully it prevents this for, you know, future generations, if it not already.
Yeah, I feel like bullying has always been around. I don't really know like the origins of bullying, like if that's a thing, like origins of bullying. But I feel like bullying has been around since we were young, like since forever, I feel like. So, but yeah, I just felt like this topic would be suitable to talk about just because of the K-dramas about not just bullying, but like abuse of power, like Tony said. So, and, yeah, I just felt like when I was watching it and watching other K-dramas or shows and people getting bullied in there, I felt like, does this like really happen in real life? And this is how people bully people, like throw milk in their face and shit like that. And to add with what Larry said, like my personal experience, I wouldn't say I've had really a bullying experience towards myself. So I can't really say what it feels like, but I definitely feel for the people that did get bullied, if they did. But sometimes people say when you do get not bullied, but like that you're just like sensitive, like when people, well, back when I was a kid, like people like, make fun of my cursive writing. And I to think about it now, I don't think that was bullying at all. They're just like making fun of my cursive. And I got really sad about it. I was crying at home and stuff like that, but I don't feel like that. I feel like my parents, like, you're just being sensitive. It's like not like a big deal. It's just like writing, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, when people make fun of how you look and stuff like that. I never got that really. I haven't really got much like racism towards me. So, I can't really say my own personal experience, but from what I saw and what people are saying, I can definitely feel for them yeah. Yay. Tony, have you ever had any, bullying experiences in your life or
not
like
that I can recall right now. No, it's like you said, you gotta feel for those that have to deal with it. But other than that, nothing to comment on.
Yeah, and at the time when this whole, like when went back in, this was elementary school and people were making fun of my cursive, I thought that was bullying, but I don't think that's bullying at all. It's just like they're making fun of how you write. And I do feel like I was taking it too seriously, like being sensitive. But sometimes when people say that you're sensitive, like it's actually a topic that I need to talk about, you know? It's just not always about, oh, you're being sensitive. It's like actually it's happening to me and I don't feel right about it, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's my take on the whole bullying. Oh, another person this had happened a little while ago, but AOA had this whole thing with Jmin being a bully towards her members. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but yeah, so AOA had this whole scandal. So the reason I'm just bringing this up is just because I feel like it's a relevant topic to talk about, because the K-drama revolves around bullying and stuff like that. So yeah. So you guys got any more to say, or is that all you have?
No, you brought up some great points about the whole bullying thing, and it's good to shed light on that. So no, that's great.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to discuss. And also, I had a question for the viewers. Like, let's say you have, a favorite actor who was potentially a bully in the past. Do you forgive them or do you not? Like, how do you go about doing that? Like, do you look at how bad they were a bully in the past? Do you look at, how much you love them as an actor? Because for me, I really love Jisoo, and I honestly don't know like what he did in the past. I don't know if I want to go look into it.
He did like what, in this K-drama, how people throw milk in their face, in Hojin's face.
He did that?
He kind of did that, and he also did some like sexual stuff too.
What?
Sexual
Are you serious?
Stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I heard. That's what I read.
Because like for me, I do love his acting, but like hearing that he did all that, it's like, I don't know if I can like him anymore, man. I don't know if I can forgive this guy.
To like, not goes back, but like that whole Sungri scandal with him and his club, Big Bang Sungri. That's not bullying, but that's like a big scandal that made the world hate him pretty much because he did this thing. And now I don't know if I can listen to anything of Seungri, because back in the day when this thing wasn't a issue or wasn't brought up, I was a fan of Seungri. Like, he was a funny guy. His music was pretty good. I had some of his music on my Spotify. And now that when it first released that he was doing this thing and he was going to prison, like, I was like, yo, this guy, who is this guy? Like, why? Like, I don't feel right listening to his music or watching him in comedy shows, because he was a funny dude. He was a funny dude, and in Big Bang, and he had some pretty good lines and some pretty good songs. So now that I saw that he was doing this stuff, I didn't think I could like listen to anything of his anymore. So but at the same time, I feel like when it goes back to my bullying statement, where like back in the day, if someone was bullying someone, but they learn from their mistakes and now they're a better person, I feel like you should be able to like forgive. But that's kind of like my takeaway. But I do feel for the people that do get bullied. But in the comments, like, let us know what your thoughts are about, like, if you're one of your favorite artists or actors or whoever has a scandal from back in the day and now like he or she has changed into like a better person, can you forgive his past? I feel like the fans can, but I feel like the netizens, like, or like the people that have the negative comments would say otherwise, because I don't know, they're just kind of negative people. But let us know your thoughts on that. And Larry and Tony, you guys have any answers to your own question or to Larry's question?
Tough to say right now. I guess it's case by case analysis, depending on, if they show remorse and if they've learned from the situation. Then of course why not give them a second opportunity? But if it's proven that they haven't shown that, then you probably can't. So
yeah, like if someone apologizes for a past thing, and sometimes I can overlook that. But if they're currently like bullying their own members, like you talked about with some groups, that's kind of like, why are you doing that now?
I mean, like, it wasn't now, but like it was back in the day though. But
she was the leader though, which is kind of
Somin or Jmin?
Jmin from AOA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like when I read the story a couple of years ago, I think, and so I was like, how could the leader bully your own like mates? Man, like, that don't add up. And how does the entertainment know? Like, this is like if like Jenny was bullying everyone else in like Blackpink right now,
Oh, that'd be so bad.
No. Yeah, this is like a topic that you guys just brought to light when you're talking about the AOA Jimin thing. Alright, I just forgot it. Fuck, it just left my head. Shit.
On that note.
I wanted to say, because it's something I feel like it's important to say. Fuck.
All right, we'll leave it in the description down below after this video. Once Claire figures it out. But I think we're 2 hours in, so I don't know if you want to wrap it up or.
Okay, yeah, we can just forget about it, I think.
All good. Just as a bonus, if you like the Itaewon class, I just finished Run On today. So I think that comes pretty close in terms of the Itaewon class. They're made by the same entertainment or the same agency. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of like stylistic choices and like similarities to it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I would recommend that if, it's more lighthearted. So if you want to watch if you don't want to watch something as intense as the Itaewon class, then Run On is something that
is that the one with Soo Young in it from Girls' Generation?
I haven't looked into the actors or actresses' names yet, so I'll go back to you on that. But
that's on Netflix.
I just finished watching it, so I'm gonna keep on the show here. So no, that's good. But to finish off, my last statement on Itaewon class is it's one of those special things that comes along once in a while that leaves a lasting impression, right? So you just enjoyed the journey that the characters went through, and the stories that they told, and just, it went through a lot. It was like you were there with them. So there's not many shows they could say it was like that. But I thought for me, Itaewon Class was one of those shows. So.
And also, It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I felt like I had a lasting impression in that one. Although, oh shit, I'm not going to say it because it's going to lead on to a new thing and we got to end it because this has gone on too long. But
sorry. Yeah, just once,
yeah.
But like.
No, I mean, like, what if I was going to say something more, it's going to just like make it like 3 hours or something.
Yeah,
and, yeah. But, yeah. Shit. Yeah. My brain's going away now. So, I feel like we got to end this. So you guys got, those are your last words, Tony? Last things you got?
Yep.
Now, Larry, you got anything else to add with this Itaewon talk?
My last words is, if you haven't watched Itaewon Class, gotta go watch it. Great K-drama.
Larry, was it even in your top 5?
I don't think it was, but it would have been for 7th. So, yeah.
I put it number 2, so I think my credibility.
Yeah, I think it's not, I would say I don't like it more than It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I like that It's Okay Not to Be Okay more than Itaewon Class, just because I do like the story and the learning curves, the learning lessons that I get from it, and the actors and actresses I like too. Oh, also, freaking So Yeji is like in this whole scandal about being a bully too. I just read.
Not her. Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what the heck?
Maybe it's not bullying, but like there's this scandal about her going on now, and people are like bringing her up in controversies and stuff. So she's another one, but I don't know if that's true. But people are saying it's true. People are saying it's not. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. And if you guys want to chime in the comments, you can go ahead and let us know what your thoughts are about Itaewon Class and this whole bullying thing, and answer Larry's question about what you think if your favorite artist or member or actor has this really dark past about being a bully and stuff, and if they are now a better person, they've learned more from that, they have apologized for what they've done, can you forgive them? Is that what your question was?
Yep, that was it.
Yeah. Okay, so let us know in the comments. Tony, Larry, thank you for being on this show. I think I'll bring you guys on a couple more times because this podcast isn't as popular as I want it to be. I mean, I do want it to be popular, but we're still in the works, or I'm still in the works. So I can't really get any special guests yet. But you'll probably see more of these two, and also Tariq, which was in my last podcast, and Quentin in my last podcast, and a couple other podcasts in the future, because these are the only guests I can have at the moment, because I'm not that big. This podcast isn't that big. So hopefully you guys are sticking around with this journey that I'm trying to create with this podcast, because I do want to branch out and make this podcast a thing, like a popular thing, and where I get to interview actors, actresses, K-pop groups and stuff like that. Hopefully I can do that in the future. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for the journey and our conversations in the future. So yeah, you guys, any final words to say, or is that all you got?
Nothing from me.
No. All right. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Tony and Larry, again for being on this podcast. I will see you guys in the next podcast, which is actually very soon. Because I'm actually recording another one tomorrow. So there's going to be 2 podcasts coming out pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.